there will be blood.
What up guys, it's Mythic here, back with another mercenary video for you. It is season 2 and a lot of people have been asking me what comp I'm running because I was doing really well. I got to rank 1, I was the first one to 7,500 and I kept it a secret for a little while, but I'm going to go ahead and release the comp I've been using. As you can see, I'm using Brucon, Cornelius, Valera, Malfurion, Thrall, and Cookie. The equipment's basically the same you use with every other comp. The reason why I enjoy this comp so much is it's very versatile. You know, Malfurion, Thrall, Cookie, Brucon are all nature. You're getting heals from your nature, you're getting heals from Cornelius, and with Valera there, of course, you're getting the speed up. And as you notice, pretty much every comp in Season 2 has Valera. My normal opener is Cornelius, Valera, and Brucon, but it all depends what you're up against. Even if you open up wrong, like I did here because I wasn't expecting Shadow Sam, you can still do a lot of damage. You know, because like your Thrall, he's going to pump out 80 damage to this Sam and kill him in the first round. And you pumped a lot of damage into his Vulcan, and he just concedes. And from time to time, I actually thought this was a Lich King comp for some reason. You can put your Cornelius to the side if you believe there's a Lich King, just to save your Valera from getting the slow effect. He won't get the heals from Cornelius, but he can still get sacked from him. And here, I know my Valera is dead, so I'm just gonna pump as much damage as I can and kill the Grom and do some damage to the Cookie. And seeing he has 1 red and 2 greens in the back, I decided to go ahead and bring out Malfurion. He can help with the heals, and plus he can help with speed. Another good thing about Thrall and Malfurion is not only their nature damage that actually gives you heals while you have Malfurion out there, but it also does damage to green and its AoEs. You can use a lightning from thrall to do 20 damage, and you can do Archdruid's Call from Malfurion that does 24 damage into any greens. So I mean, having those two on the board is always pretty good if you're facing a lot of greens. And with having Brucon in your comp, he can steadily ramp up the nature damage, and that helps pretty much everybody in your comp. The combo I'm going against here is pretty popular. It's Mam, Malfurion, Anduin, and Mugla. And what I normally do 9 times out of 10, I'll have Brucon and Valera attack the monkey on the first round, so the second round I can actually utilize Valera to do some damage. And I wouldn't worry about the Anduin too much, because we can always do a lot of damage to Anduin. I mean, even if we wanted to use Valera, use our second skill, which is called Ambush, I mean, it can do 50 damage to a blue, and I don't worry about handling it all in this comp. And remember, if you do start Brucon, the whole thing is try to ramp up damage, because you know you still have 3 other mercenaries that use nature spells. So if you can ramp up any damage whatsoever, it'll help you a ton. And once you got a little spell damage ramped up, you can just drop pretty much any mercenary. As you see, Sylvanas comes out and she doesn't even get anything off, so you take minimal damage from her death rattle. And the thing is, like in this position here, I opened with a wrong comp. I started Thrall, Cornelius, and Bow, but I'm still not that worried about it, because you can still pop Jaina's Ice Block on the first turn. I mean, even though Thrall isn't the best choice for going against Frost, but you know, he's still pumping 40 damage into a blue. And all 3 of our mercs are still up. His Jaina's dead. And his Karen's sitting at 20 health at the moment. I know my Cornelius is going to die right here, so what I want to try to do is get Reincarnate out of the Cairn and do as much damage to Bleeding Fox as possible. The bad thing about opening Grom with 2 fighters, um, you literally have no protection for them. I mean, none whatsoever. I mean, Thrall can literally one shot his 7-row. He has no protection for it whatsoever. And even though he did slow Cornelius, he still gets the heals off. In here, you actually get to see how strong a nature backline can be. Even with him killing my mouth, just Cookie and Brucon can take out these 3. This match here was the actual first time I seen a demon comp being used. When the season first started, it was a little popular, and it's not too terribly bad. It's just it's slow, and it does put out a lot of damage, but it's slow. And right now with the current meta, you know, if you're not 0 speed or 1 speed, you're just getting wrecked. This comp at the beginning of the season was also really popular. They called it Big Val, and basically you're just buffing Valeria and try to get him as big as you possibly can. Basically what this comp will do, it'll use CAIRE Seal of Light to buff Valeria, and also use Blessing of Kings to give him a bubble and buff him. And at this point, the only thing he can do is buff his Valeria and attack my Valeria, which is consistently getting heals. And the whole time, I'm just ramping up my nature damage. And by using sacrifice, I saved my Valeria, and we were able to kill his Valeria and his Cariel. And on this turn, I'm just gonna pump everything into Malfurion and just kill him in one turn. And even though he does have a Brucon, he hasn't had any time to ramp up his damage, nor is he getting the heals from Malfurion anymore. And anytime I see 3, 2, 1, this will always be my opener. Because more than likely, it's going to be Grand Thrall and Valera. And you'll see that we're actually able to beat this comp. It's extremely popular on the ladder right now. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the comp. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.